Greetings, everybody. This is Morning Eggnog. My name is James Font, and with me, as always, Caleb.
Good morning, everybody.
So, Caleb, I saw that you got on a Bob Ross kick.
I did get on a Bob Ross kick.
He just cut. First of all, he sent me a story about a 911 call that we're going to get into.
Yeah.
And then he sent me like 5 Bob Ross links of random Bob Ross
merchandise.
Merch, yeah.
Oh, yes. There's some really fun stuff out there that if you're a Bob Ross fan, like most Americans should be, you are not American if you don't like Bob Ross.
If you like Bob Marley, you have to like Bob Ross because you're not tripping, because you're smoking so much weed because you like Bob Marley.
Where are you going with this?
You're smoking so much weed because you like Bob Marley. You need to be chill and just make some happy trees, man.
No, I don't think so, because there's old ladies that used to watch his show. He actually talks about it in one of his episodes. He talks about this lady that would write into him. He would get like 1,000 fan mail almost every day, and he would read through them. It was like something crazy. He would actually read through them, and if he didn't hear back from a certain person, he would actually write them and see how they were doing.
Bob Ross is so cool.
So he would actually do that. But anyways, while he was painting one day, Bob Ross was he just talks while he's doing his thing and making us all feel like complete and utter useless artists.
I'm gonna mess up the entire painting by slipping. Just go. Pff. Nope, that's a mountain.
It's a mountain.
Oh, look at this. Pff. That's a grove of trees. And you're like, what the?
Bam! There's a happy tree. Bam! There's a happy squirrel.
Okay, Oprah.
Exactly. He's the Oprah of painting.
Exactly.
Anyways, so he's talking about this old lady that called him, or not called him. Yeah, left him a. I'm sorry. I'm so used. It was the show was ran from 1981 to 1993, I believe. But anyways, so the lady wrote him and was like, "I love your show so much. I watch it every single day. It's the day I take a nap." I watch your show and I fall asleep.
Hey, that's a good way to fall asleep.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, he's like, "That's awesome." He goes, "If that's what you do, that's fine with me. If you enjoy watching my show and taking naps, that's cool." And he just keeps painting.
Because he's just, why not?
Because he's Bob Ross.
He knows.
Anyways, so Michigan boy, he wants some Mickey D's. He wants some McDonald's.
As most
5-year-olds,
yeah,
do. They want some McDonald's.
Why do they? This is such a cliche, but it's very true. They must put crack in the food.
They put something in there.
Because tons of MSG.
Must be the MSG.
Yeah, the MSG.
That'll
NSA
get anybody.
and the MSG sounds like somewhat similar.
Have you ever thought of it like a machine gun when you think of MSG?
Yeah, because then anyways, yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I do. Anyway, so this boy, he wants some McDonald's like a 5-year-old wants it. So, but his grandma's asleep. So he gets an old cell phone. So we'll just read it here real quick.
And if you were ever younger and you got old passed down cell phones, they don't work obviously, but there's one number
that works.
There's one number that works.
A Michigan boy with an emergency craving called 911 last week to place an order, and he ended up getting it delivered. 5-year-old Isaiah was at his Wyoming, Michigan. What is with towns named after states?
I don't know, because we have a Michigan. I guess we have a Michigan street.
Well, we have Florida.
We do have Florida, Ohio.
We have Texas.
I haven't been to Texas, Ohio.
Texas, Ohio? Yeah, it's along the Maumee River. It's like Florida, several other towns, Texas.
Yeah, it's always fun to tell someone, yeah, I went to Florida today.
Yeah. Anyways, so, so he was craving some Mickey D's. The only problem was Isaiah's grandmother was fast asleep. And according to WZZM, that was Isaiah grabbed an old phone, which had been deactivated years ago, and called the only number he could, 911. Isaiah contacted the dispatcher and asked her, Can you bring me some McDonald's? Let's see. So the dispatcher contacted the Wyoming police, who sent Officer Dan. Officer Dan.
Of course it's Officer Dan.
Officer Dan.
They're just like, Officer Dan, you are on McDonald's duty.
Sir, there's a young man who needs some looking at. He's at home and his grandmother's passed out. Can you go check him? Sure, I'll bring him some Mickey D's while I'm heading over.
Oh my gosh.
So he figured out that, yeah, I'll take some McDonald's while I'm on my way. It's on the way as we go. So he shows up. Isaiah was initially worried that his grandmother would be upset, that he called the police and asked him to leave. Isaiah's grandmother said that they were grateful to Officer Dan, who also advised him about using 911 for emergencies only.
Yep. And McDonald's is not an emergency unless it's 2 hours after you ate it. Then it's an emergency to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but not one worth calling 911 unless it's a serious,
You ate some bad Filet-O-Fish.
I'm in the McDonald's bathroom and I can't stop.
There's a 911 call of that. There's a guy who can't stop pooping, and because he had some bad food. I'll have to link that somewhere. But
It's so nasty.
it's nasty.
Okay.
So, did you ever go trick or treating, Caleb?
Yes, I did go trick or treating.
Now, see, we were both homeschooled. If you know,
There's actually pictures of me in a dress
I guess they're on our Instagram
with a knife,
With
a
a
dress
knife.
and a knife.
You can.
It's amazing I'm not locked away somewhere.
Was it a real knife? Did you carry on a real knife on Halloween?
Maybe.
Because we're too cheap to get prop knives. Our parents are just like, here, carry this huge butcher knife
There's
around.
a butcher knife carried around. No, it wasn't real. It was a fake.
Okay, I didn't remember.
I mean,
It's a combat knife.
your brothers had so many different props growing
True,
up.
I
that
forget my brothers were deadly weapons.
We loved going to your house because there was a mass array of weapons. So, every time you go over, it'd be like, here, which weapon do you want? And you could pick one of the weapons.
I went up in the attic the other day and I found my cardboard box full of all of my weapons.
Really?
And I found my airsoft guns and all my swords and the ones I had made.
The foam ones?
Yeah, no, the wooden ones.
Oh, the wooden ones, the ones that hurt.
Yeah, well, I never fought much with them. I wasn't allowed.
we weren't really allowed to beat each other with wooden objects often.
Not too often.
That was the job for the mother.
That was the generation before us. Just beat each other and shot each other with BB guns.
I know, yes. The good old days.
So
With lead poisoning.
well, that was when kids learned not to eat paint.
No, that's when they ate paint and enjoyed it. Lead-based.
They're just
Everything was lead-based. You want some lip balm? It's lead-based.
You want some broccoli? It's lead based.
Lead-based. Okay.
That's the real reason kids hate broccoli.
Ah.
So you went trick or treating, and these supposedly are the top 10 candies you would hate to have in your candy bag. If you're my phone's going off.
Apples?
Anyways, no, it's candy.
Okay, so it's actually candy.
So we're just gonna run through a couple. The worst one for me. This is one of my least favorite ones to get into, because normally you're only allowed to have 1 or 2 pieces from someone's bowl of candy.
Yeah.
When you go to their house on trick or treating. My least favorite one, freaking Tootsie Rolls,
Tootsie Rolls?
because they're so tiny, and you only get like 2 or 3 pieces.
Oh, that's true.
So you have like, oh yay, I have 3 pieces of candy that fit in the palm of my hand.
I like Tootsie Rolls, though.
And see, we grew up in a poor neighborhood. There was never that person who gave out king-size candy bars.
Poor neighborhood? We don't even have it's just a neighborhood.
Well, I meant nobody gave out king-size candy bars.
Except
Did someone give out king guy? Oh, except for the carryout owner.
the carryout owner, and then Tanya.
Yeah.
Tanya would give them out occasionally.
So Tootsie Rolls is one of them.
That is a long walk.
Yeah, well, she was a mile out of town. Now, see, this is something I enjoyed, actually, and I wish I got in the wax Coke bottles. Do you remember those?
No, I
The
don't.
little colorful bottles that come in a little pack of like 6.
I remember the cigarettes.
And you're, as one comedian coined it, you're drinking motor oil out of them for all you know. They're just some weird color,
Yeah.
and you just drink it, and then you chew on the wax for whatever reason.
I never did that.
You never remember the...
I remember now that you're talking about, but I never chewed on the wax. I thought they were just nasty.
Did you like circus peanuts?
No, I've never liked circus peanuts.
That was another. That's number one, actually.
I'm pretty sure that one's made here in Bryan.
Yeah, they actually Spangler candy. Yeah.
Yeah, Spangler Candy here in Bryan makes those. I'm sorry. I'm really
Smarties?
surprised they still. I love Smarties.
Yes, but do you really want Smarties? Wouldn't you rather have something else?
Not necessarily. Not if that's all they're giving out. I came from a poor generation, but we're like, please, sir, I want some more.
Do you remember Mary Jane's?
Mary Jane's. No.
It's the
Maybe if you
peanut-
describe it, I might.
Peanut butter is great. Chewy candies can be great, but there's something unappealing about this chewy mess. Bit of Honey was ranked number 11, confirming
Bit of Honey.
the flavors.
Yes, I do remember Bit of Honey.
Do you like Bit of Honey?
I did like Bit of Honey.
Bit of Honey is
I
amazing.
haven't had one in forever, though.
They're so good.
I think I actually lost a tooth eating one of those.
I was gonna say, I think I pulled out a filling.
I did. I was actually working with Dad, and I was at the age where you were losing your teeth, and I was chewing on one, and I was like, what is that? And I pulled it out, and yeah, I literally sucked a tooth out while eating one of them.
Candy. So when I was 21, so last year,
Okay.
I got a filling in the back of my tooth.
Yeah, that usually happens.
Yep, because I don't have good genes or however teeth work.
Or flossed.
I floss every day, Caleb.
Did you floss as a kid?
No,
That's when the damage was done.
whatever. So I got a filling, and then I ate. We got red vines, or some kind of licorice. I pulled it out. I was just chewing, like I'm chewing licorice, and then there's something crunchy in the mix.
Ooh.
And then I had this weird divot in the back of my mouth, and I was like, "Well, I need to go to the dentist."
What is that made out of? What is a filling made out of?
Porcelain,
Cement?
something like that. I don't know. The last time I went to the dentist, I got worked on by a laser.
Ooh.
It was pretty sweet. I didn't have to get numbed, but it also was a little weird because it shoots water or a mist mixed with numbing agent while the laser is boring into your tooth.
Okay.
But sometimes the laser can't get all the way in there, so he still has to use a Dremel or whatever.
A Dremel?
I don't know, whatever.
We're gonna go to Walmart and buy ourselves a cheap Dremel, and we're gonna fix these guys' tooth here.
But there was a few
There's
times.
the accent.
There's a few times that he hit some nerves.
Ooh, that's
and
always
it's
good
not
fun.
numbed. It was super cool.
Yeah. Got any other ones?
These are the top 10 best now.
Ooh, okay.
Number 10 is a Hershey's bar.
No.
I totally disagree with that as
Reese's.
well. Ooh, that's number.
Ooh.
That's actually number 1.
Reese's or Kit Kat? Oh, I'm sorry. You're
number-
starting from the back down.
Yeah, I am.
My bad, everybody.
Anyways, number 8, Sour Patch Kids. I like
I
me
never
some
got a Sour
Kids.
Patch Kid. Sour Patch Kids
I
was
don't
like,
think I don't think I ever got it at Halloween, but I would.
no, I never got it at Halloween.
I would buy the $5 like 18-pound bag of them,
Yes.
and then I got sick of them. I
Oh,
like
no.
Sour Patch Kids, but not as much as I used to.
That's what you get for overindulging.
Nerds.
I'm pretty sure Mom said something about that when she was something. Anyways, go ahead.
Nerds. Do you like nerds?
I love nerds.
Nerds candy is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Little I don't know, they're just phenomenal. M&M's is number 5 for some reason.
Probably because everybody has them.
I guess, but they're kind of with the new flavors. There was a coffee flavored one that just came out that was pretty good.
I like the peanut butter filled ones.
Those are phenomenal as well.
Those are very good.
They're great.
Yeah. So I would say yes to that.
Number 4 is Kit Kats.
Okay.
Number
yep.
3 is Twix.
I love Twix.
Number
Good
2
choice.
is Snickers. If you like peanuts.
Yeah. I'm not a huge Snickers fan.
See, I'd rather have Payday than Snickers.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I really like Payday.
Have you ever noticed that there's a like whoever designed them started off with the Three Musketeers and says, "This isn't good enough,"
Let's put caramel on it.
and then it becomes a Milky Way, but that wasn't good enough.
Nope.
So then they made the Snickers bar.
Add some nuts.
Add some nuts.
If you want to make something better, add nuts.
Add nuts. Anyways,
And then the last one and the number 1 on the best candy list is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
oh yeah,
Those are the best.
those are the best. You were very happy if you got Reese's in your bag.
I was very happy always. All right,
Okay.
so Caleb is going to go through the Bob Marley, the Bob Ross merch that you can purchase.
Okay, so I was doing some browsing. I don't know where I was, but anyways, I found out that Bob Ross has a cereal.
What?
Bob Ross has a cereal. It's
Is it-
basically like
Is it
Lucky
generic,
Charms. No, it's
like Bob Rosso's?
No, it's Bob Ross, The Joy of Cereal. Somebody was real creative with that one. So you can buy a box of Bob Ross, The Joy of Cereal for $10 and have it shipped to you. I don't know about that. I mean, I guess it's cereal, so it's dry and it's not going to have an issue.
No, it shouldn't.
But anyways, so
it's actually cereal that's in a bowl with milk in it, and they send you that.
Ooh, that would be very interesting by the time it'd reach you, depending on where they're shipping it from. All right, so let's say you're sleepy in the morning or during the midday, probably midday. You wouldn't do something like this in the morning unless you're, I don't know, strange. But maybe you do. But anyways, Bob Ross Positive Energy Drink.
I love the play on words.
Bob Ross Positive Energy Drink. Oh my goodness. It is $4 for a can of Bob Ross Energy Drink.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad.
It's about
$2 less than a Red Bull.
and it'd probably get more of it.
Yeah, hang on a second. Probably it'll tell me how many fluid ounces are in this bad boy.
5.
12.
Holy cow, that's way more than Red Bull.
You're going to be wired with this Bob Ross energy drink.
Positive energy drink, guys.
There's nothing wrong with a little bit of positivity in your life. All right, so that one was pretty sweet. I like that one. The next one that I really liked, that I actually think, I'm trying to convince my wife to get, is the Bob Ross Car Shade. So for
awesome.
For $15, you can get the Bob Ross Car Shade.
So when it's a sunny day, you just
it looks
put
like
it up.
Bob Ross is driving with you.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just have that at all times? Except you wouldn't be able to see and you'd crash, and you could blame Bob Ross for dying.
Exactly.
I don't know why I thought my mind went there. But anyway, so that was another one that I really liked.
Bob Ross Car Shade.
Yeah. The other one, I don't have it in my phone right now, but you can go on Amazon and you can start looking them up. My two favorite was the Bob Ross toaster. You can have your toast have the face of Bob Ross or the bust. It would be considered a bust of Bob Ross.
Okay, then.
Yes, the bust of Bob Ross on your toast.
That's pretty lit. It's like, hey,
who wouldn't want Bob Ross on their toast?
I want some Bob Ross toast. I only eat my toast with Bob Ross on it. It just it makes me so happy.
There's nothing like a good Bob Ross's face. It tastes so delicious.
You're like Aunt Helga.
Aunt Helga. Okay.
Settle down.
So that was $40 for the Bob Ross toaster.
Actually, really pretty affordable.
Yeah, I mean, and it does. It puts a legit face. I actually kind of want to get one just to see what it does. So, and then of course we have the Bob Ross waffle maker that also makes the bust of Bob Ross.
Now, see, if you were a good artist like Bob Ross, you should be able to make your pancakes
with the face of Bob Ross.
With the face of Bob Ross, if you're good at it. But I'm no artist.
Yeah, so those are some of the really, really fun items that I wouldn't mind having in my house.
I mean, yeah, anything Bob Ross. We should get Bob Ross. Ooh, that'd be great because these.
You can get a Bob Ross chia pet.
That makes sense.
It grows an afro.
Oh my gosh, I guess not one of the few, but one of the few widely known people. Hey, one of the few widely known white guys with an afro. I'm just glazing over that. I kept brushing up against Caleb's hand, so he grabbed my hand.
I don't know why.
I liked it. He turned all red now because he thought it was funny.
Darn my coloring. I'm so white, I'm red.
So, Caleb, did you know that men with beards have more germs than dogs? All the bearded guys in the study had high microbial counts compared to only 23 out of 30 dogs tested. Conclusion, dogs are fine to share MRI machines.
What? Wait, what kind of conclusion was that?
I'm so confused.
Who are you reading this from?
Post.
Oh, the Huff.
Looks like men with beards are going to be dogged with change. See, here's the thing. If you have bad hygiene, if you have bad hygiene, you're going to be grosser than a dog.
Yes. I mean, and the thing is I think some guys might not think, oh, I need to wash my beard.
No, they just think, oh, because I don't know. You don't scrub, I don't know. everyone I know who has a beard washes their beard very
Yes.
thoroughly and uses beard balms, and they
I occasionally use a beard balm.
yeah,
Beard balm. It's weird to say a lot.
and I'm just looking at your beard.
Mm.
I can't grow anything. And the last time I grew something was in November, and it looked horrifying.
He's got some right now.
I do.
I think.
If you can see it, good for you. Nobody else can.
Yeah, anyways, yeah, beards could be nasty because they're thicker, they're heavier. You could get a beard pretty nasty pretty quick.
Pretty much. It's just it's gross.
I was actually listening to something yesterday, and they were talking about what's nastier than a toilet seat? Menus.
Oh gosh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, menus.
They don't
They
disinfect
never
those. They
wipe those things.
You know, it's nasty.
Ever.
So, fun fact: something you should always take with you to a hotel. What do you think that is?
A towel?
Pillow.
Ooh.
Because they change the pillowcase,
Never the
but
pillow.
they don't wash the pillow.
Mm.
Think about all the juices coming off of someone's face.
Why did you say juices?
Because people, their eyes leak and they drool all over it, and they have nasty earwax that leaks out of their face. I don't know.
James, you can just stop now.
Sometimes they sweat when they sleep.
I do. I sweat. I have to throw my pillow away every couple of years.
That's gross.
Probably
Caleb.
less than that.
That's
I don't know
gross.
why I said that on live. But anyways, the other one that was a condiment holders.
Oh gosh, you're right.
Yep.
You just see them pick them up, wipe under them, put them down.
Yep. They never wipe the condiments. So those are a couple of so if you guys go to a restaurant, make sure you wipe those suckers down.
Yeah, bring disinfectant wipes everywhere you go. Become a germaphobe. Become monk.
Become monk.
Monk.
Ah, yeah, the guy who put boiling water on his toothbrush.
Yep. Every opening scene to that show.
I've always thought about that. I'm like, why not? Might actually be a not half bad idea.
Well, something else you should that I don't even know where I heard this, but you should never keep your toothbrush out on the counter. You should put it in a drawer, because when people go to the bathroom and you flush the toilet, it violently stirs up feces and urine and puts it in the air, and then it will land on your toothbrush.
This is coming from a plumber, people, so you better believe it.
Yep. That's the other thing of why people with beards, that's a thing that people with beards have a problem with, is when they flush toilets, the particles come up in the air and microscopic form.
Well,
And-
he's a plumber, and
and-
I drive delivery trucks, so yeah, these big words are not for us.
We know, yep. But anyways, so that's why you should wash your beard.
And that's why you should cover your face when you flush the toilet if you have a beard.
Yep.
Towel.
So, but yeah, you should always put your toothbrush in a drawer.
Well, see, we have little children, and so germs are not a thing for us right now because germs are
yeah.
everywhere.
Because
Literally
who knows
everywhere.
if one of your little girls decide to clean the toilet with your toothbrush.
That's probably happened. But like yesterday, so I'm feeding
Like
my
yesterday.
children food. I'm feeding my children food. I'm a good dad. I feed them.
That's good, Caleb. I'm glad you feed your children.
So I go out of the room and I'm dinking around looking at Facebook or whatever, and I go back in and it's lunchtime or dinner time, and I'm leaving them alone. Like, you got to finish your sandwich if you want a muffin. So I go back in, and my one daughter has poured water in her mouth and spat it down on her sandwich, and it's completely soggy and disgusting. It looks like
What?
a tumor. And I'm like, why did you do
Why are
this?
kids so gross?
What makes them decide that that's something that would be good to do, is spit water on their sandwich?
Well, kids they find it as a loophole because they know they shouldn't pour stuff.
Yeah.
And my dad made me, apparently this is something that happened. He's told the story several times to me recently for some reason. He got me a bowl of cereal and a glass of milk and said, no, you can't mix them because it'd make a big mess, because I was like 12. No, no. I was like,
12.
I think I was like 3 or 4.
16.
I was like 3 or 4, and he said, no, you can't pour it over there. So I took a big gulp of it and spit it out of my cereal because I wanted milk and cereal. Anyways, so kids drink stuff and then spit it on their food for some reason.
Blow bubbles.
Ugh. Anyways, what did you do, Caleb?
Oh, I took your sandwich away.
No.
Wasn't that a climactic ending?
Well, you made it more of a climactic ending.
Well, she was very upset about it because she wasn't allowed to have a muffin until she ate all of her sandwich, and she didn't eat all of her sandwich. No muffin.
And that's when you got to be just the mean dad,
I'm the mean dad. I'm the evil mean dad.
teaching her responsibility and
Stuff.
we think, question mark.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram for updates on what's going on with our podcast. You can listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and PodBean. If you have any questions, if you want to be on the podcast, or any topics you want us to cover, you can email us at morningeggnog@gmail.com or message us on Facebook or Instagram as previously said. So thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful morning, noon, or night.
See ya.